morning, everybody. My day has started. I'm looking around. My pups are outside except for Ori. Ori's getting too old, I guess. Oh, he's rolling over in his blanket looking at me now. He even forgets to do his job half the time. I guess he'd be, like, in dog years, like a 16-year-old dog would probably be 90 or a plus. What a little thing. Oh, I remember talking about home remedies and stuff. They used to take old used motor oil and it used to pour it on the dogs to keep the fleas, ticks, and the mange off of them. That was sort of a hard dose, wasn't it? I don't know where it's any better today when we take them and have them dipped and clipped and everything else. Or he's about ready to go for his annual checkup. He still gets around good, and boy, he can bite you if he... Chris has found that out. He don't like Chris. I don't know why. He'll bark at Chris and chase him all the way to the bathroom. The only thing he gets along with is me, because I leave him alone half the time. Give him treats and candy. Give him treats, we call it candy. He perked up a little bit, he heard the word candy. Oh, I don't know. We used to make all kinds of candy, come think of it. Horehound candy. Spearmint, peppermint candy. We used to make that stuff. You used to be able to buy a little vial of peppermint. Oh, it was concentrated. Oh, good Lord. A little bit of sugar and a couple of drops of that, and you can make all kinds of peppermint candy. And it was strong. Why do you still get that? There are a lot of things you can't get at the drugstore anymore. We used to buy the rotenone by the 5-pound pack. It takes oxygen out of the water. You just sprinkle it on the water. People used to buy it. You're supposed to buy it and mix it with water and dip eggs in it. It preserves eggs. That's what it was made for. But a lot of people started pouring it out in the ponds to get rid of old fish and stuff that they wanted out of their ponds. And then, before it was all said and done, they started using it just to catch fish. You just make that stuff pour it out in a circle, and it'll probably, everything floats up to the top, and you just pick out what you want, and about 15-20 minutes later, they'll go right back, you know, it dissipates in a steel pond, and they go back and swimming again. It don't hurt them at all. What else? Oh, let's see what else they used to use. There's so damn many shit. Oh, willow bark. We used to make our own root starter out of willow bark. The last limbs of the little stalk of a tree, the new growth off of a willow tree, we peel the leaves off, take that little bit of piece of stick and boil it on a stove. Take out all the sticks and stuff, and then use that solution to dip our plants in it, and they'd roots start real fast. What else? That's so damn much shit. Aspirin, come from aspen bark off of an aspen tree. Dandelions for help with the digestive system. All kinds of stuff. There's 27 plants in where I live in Oklahoma that you can actually eat, and it's good for you. I'll list them one of these days. And mention Oklahoma. We're the only state in the United States that puts more people in prison than any other state. Ain't that the damn shits? I guess we don't put up with bullshit. I know we have a cruel way of electrocuting them or killing them or whatever. One guy laid on the table for 4 hours before he died. That's a different subject. Back down to my home remedies. Salt and vinegar. We used to rub it on sugar bites. It was also rubbed on body lice. And the salt would break the skin, and the vinegar, and if you really wanted to be rough, you'd put kerosene instead of vinegar, and it would kill the mite or the sugar bite or anything like that. So it was sort of a rough remedy, but it got rid of the stuff. You imagine back in the day that bad body lice and stuff like that was hard. Hard on you wasn't nothing. That people take baths in kerosene and coal oil to get rid of body lice. Let's see what else. God, there's just so damn many of that shit. And my mind ain't working good this morning. We used to put blow smoke in your ear to cure the pain. We used to drop warmed oil in your ear. I forget what kind of oil that was. Sweet oil. Damn it, yeah, that's what we used to drop in your ear when you had an earache, was sweet oil. I don't think you can buy that anymore either. Oh, shit. I need to write all this shit. I need to find that damn book. It's in this damn house somewhere. And then I've got a bunch of pages I wrote down. I'm trying to figure out where would I have stuck that book. But, like I said, pups and babies outside. We got the yard guy's coming Saturday, I believe it is. Damn grass grows that high every damn week. I'm gonna concrete it in. No, I've got to sort through this house and do a lot of odds and ends, and I just ain't felt good. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me yesterday. I thought I had COVID. Chris has been sick for 2 or 3 days. I think he's got pleurisy. You need to look that one up, you young people. Tell me about pleurisy. There you go. But he's not been breathing good, this, that, and the other. I told him if he don't get better, I gave him some antibiotics. I always keep 200 or 300 of them on my hand, all different kinds. Sulfur was good for a lot of things back in the day. And they still make medicines out of sulfur. But anyway, we thought but he's feeling better. He hadn't been able to do much. I've been feeding him good, giving him his medicine. Now, the other day I had a trouble breathing, but I think I laid on this side right here wrong, or something. But I just had 1 day of it, and I feel better now. Let's see. I've been losing a little bit of weight, trying to. I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. I've got a half a cantaloupe I'm eating for breakfast. Just cantaloupe and a little bit of salt on it. I bought me a whole watermelon. It's in the refrigerator. I'm going to start eating on it. Make me some watermelon wine. If I can't eat it all, I'll make some watermelon wine. And you make that out of that little bit of piece between the skin and the fruit, of the red part. And make you some watermelon wine. I should tell you how to do it one of these days. Strawberry wine's good. Elderberry wine. But we used a lot of wine back in the day just to clean out the system. Now, ain't you heard in the Bible, little wine for the stomach's sake? Well, it had a lot to do with the parasites and stuff in your stomach. You had to get rid of the worms. They drank a lot of wine. That'll kill the worms in your stomach. You heard dogs or something, oh, he's wormy, or this, that, and that. Well, they used a lot of that stuff. Like wine was a good sterilizer. It was either that or drink vinegar. Vinegar was good for the blood, whatever ailed the blood. They'd take a teaspoon of vinegar, apple vinegar, let's see. Iodine salt was good. They used it a lot. You can put your fingernails in water and iodine salt, and cure, you know, people with that fungus in your face, it helped. I don't know where it really cured the damn shit, but you can stick it in your toes in it, your fingers in it, to keep nail fungus. Oh, what else? Hell, there's so damn much of that shit. I can't remember. My nose is itching, too. It's a wonder people survived all them remedies. And what really got me about home remedies, how in the hell did they come up with them in the first damn place? A lot of trial and errors, I guess. I guess you do any damn thing if you're desperate. Oh, they used a lot of bleach now. And they're shitting on that bleach. When they didn't have bleach, they used ammonia. I remember they'd catch cow pee, horse piss, one or the other. Used a lot of cow piss, really. And boiled it and made something out of the damn shit. I'm trying to remember. I know they used it in gunpowder. No shit. Potassium's what they used in it. Potassium, charcoal, and something else. So there's 3 elements in gunpowder. Hell, they had to make her own damn... It made every damn powder. Mama, I still remember the press. It's probably out there at the farm. They'd raise these big old sugar beets. Them some bitches get that damn big. And they'd grind them down and make and cook them and boil them. And then crystallize it, you know, take the water back off of it and make your own sugar. Make sugar beet sugar. A lot of sugar is made out of beets. And ain't cane sugar. It's made out of... Now down south they use the cane press. Up here, a little bit higher north in Oklahoma, they use the sugar beets. Turnips. Boy, I've eaten a lot of turnips in my day, and I hate turnips. Ew. Nasty shit. Nasty shit. You had to put a little sugar in turnips till you meet them. They believed that a lot of foods were good for you. Berries and this, that, and the other that you'd pick. Well, they found out the enzymes in berries and stuff were good for you. Oh, the peanuts, back in my day, well, a little before my day, they were hog food. That's all they used them for, was hog food. It wasn't fit for human consumption. Peanuts wasn't. And I never did get used to eating boiled peanuts. So I got some cans of it stored up for when it gets bad. But boiled peanuts. And another damn thing I never did like hominy. I know how to make it. You have to put that lime in, pour the water off 6 or 7 times, you know, to make sure you don't get poisoned. I know an old man one time, well, it wasn't a young guy, he made him some hominy, and he didn't pour it off enough, and he died because it's poisonous till you get that, you know, you have to pour, you know, the lime off every, you know, the water, rinse them and all that stuff real good. It's like poke salad. You have to boil the water 3 times before you can even eat that shit. Lamb's quarter, sheepshire pie. It's like vinegar pie. Wangy. I don't bet people don't even know what the hell a sheepshire looks like. What else we used to do for toothaches? I forget what the hell we used to do for toothache. Boy, they made a lot of poultices. I know that. They'd make a poultice up and lay it on there to draw the abscess tooth off. What the hell is that poultice? I'm trying to figure out what was in that damn poultice. I'll have to get back with you on that one. They made a poultice, put it in a little old piece of cotton ball, tied it with string, laid it on the tooth, and it would suck that out. And it wasn't potato, cabbage, something else. Some kind of leaves. I'll have to get back with you. I'll have to find that damn book. Now, that was older recipe than I had. But there's a bunch of it, let me tell you. They used to rub salt in your eye to cut back cataracts. That film across your eye where you can't see worth shit. Now they just have a surgery and remove the lens and put a new one in. They used to do all kinds of shit. They wouldn't... Some of it sounded pretty damn rough. I've used a few things. We used to have to degasser our horses. They'd get in the feed and get bloated. And I believe it's something beside the second rib or something. You still stick an ice pick in there and let the air out. Man, 100 years ago. I wouldn't want to do that practice without a little bit of... It's easier now to just call them damn vet. Like things back in our day, we didn't have very many vets. We didn't have very many... Hell, we didn't have a doctor. A doctor was probably our vet because he did everything from humans to dogs and cattle and sheep and everything else. They did a lot of things because they had to survive. I know in one of my houses out there in the country is my mother's loom. They used to make her own clothes too. They used to spin it, make their own clothing, own quilts. I've got a lot of old homemade quilts here. Kids took a lot of them. I told them they could have them. They took them. I didn't give a shit. Let's see. Deborah, I gave my grandkids all a quilt. My great-grandkids, I've been slacking on them. Well, they're little yet. But my kids has all had their own quilts. And my grandmother learned me how to... I used to stay with her for when she was old. And I was a kid. About, I don't know, 5 years old or something. She'd say, everybody needs to learn how to sew. I remember very clearly. And she'd show me how to sew a button on a shirt. Boy, she thought a woman was undecent if she showed her ankles in public. Now, how about that shit? Yep. Can you imagine making sure your ankles were covered and your wrist? You didn't show it any more than your hands and your face, and that was it. Had them high top dresses on. They didn't show their bosoms. And just your hands, and a lot of times then they wore gloves and stuff when they was out working and whatever. Let's see. Yeah, didn't show their ankles. Hell, women now, they wear a thong. Hell, they must show everything. They don't... My grandmother, when she died 65, I think, 1965. She was born before the Civil War. She was, she said that since women dress that way, they don't leave nothing for imagination. And she said that's why women wasn't really respected. And she'd wear them real thick stockings. And they were tan colored, you know, like flesh colored. They were real thick. They were, I guess, the nylons of the day. I don't even think they even make it. Then they'd use a red rubber band to hold it up around their calves of their legs, made out of a red rubber. They probably made it out of a car tar tube. They used to have red rubber in car tubes. Boy, that stuff was the last. I made a lot of slingshots out of that stuff. I got some of that stuff around here somewhere. It's in one of them damn houses, though. Some damn place. They used to like I said, do all things that you could. Well, they didn't have the money to buy it, or they couldn't, or they lived too far out to go get it, so they had to make it themselves. Yep, and they saved everything. I mean, they reused and reused everything. Well, I better let you go, because I've talked for a damn hour, it looks like. 30 minutes anyway. But anyway, stay tuned. I'll remember much more shit tomorrow.